lifestyle was working 7 days a week, and I had an accident coming back from Southport and I couldn't eat. Basically, went to the hospital. They said it was my bowel had stopped working due to the impact and it'd take a couple of months to rectify itself. Unfortunately it didn't, and I got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer instead.
I first met Craig in this room with Joan in August 2015. He'd been told a lot of different things, and his journey was quite not the usual pattern really of a pancreatic cancer patient. And I had an opportunity to talk to him and ask what he knew so far, and then I tried to fill in some of the blanks for him, and unfortunately I did use the word pancreatic cancer.
Oh, God. It was emotional, very emotional, to be honest.
Joan was very upset, and that was quite a normal human reaction. He was quite shocked, but actually very brave. As I got to know him, that was a trait I saw quite a lot in him.
I accepted it straight away. My family never. Joan took a while to accept it. It's very, very rare. It's for people who are in the 60s and 70s. So it is very, very rare for a person of my age to contract it. I mean, you can get an operation, but with mine's wrapped around the aorta. So it depends on whereabouts in the pancreas it is.
The nature of Craig's cancer was that, unfortunately, it couldn't be removed at surgery because it was involving some blood vessels, which made surgery not possible. So the best treatment then would be chemotherapy, and there's not that many types out there for pancreatic cancer. And Craig was given a combination of chemotherapy drugs, which were the most kind of potent on the market, really.
Fulfluranox, which is basically the worst chemotherapy you can get. It's 3 rolled into 1.
The hope is it does good, but it can also have cause a few side effects. And Craig had many side effects. He had very cold hands and cold feet. He was nauseous, and he was feeling sick, and he was actually being sick. Through the chemotherapy and actually his cancer diagnosis and how pancreatic cancer particularly affects the digestive system, he'd lost a lot of weight.
So I was vomiting a lot, couldn't eat, vomiting, and just basically really, really tired. And that's not me. Basically, I had full of energy. I was 23 stone, lost 12 stone in a year.
He did struggle with the chemotherapy, but he took it with a smile on his face, and he tried his best, and he always listened to people and tried to take everyone else's advice as well.
You feel like crap, basically. Put your hand on something cold and you get pins and needles in your fingers. It goes right up your arm. It takes hours to go. It's just hell on earth. It's not more or less pain. You just feel awful. If you get what I mean. It just saps you. Saps your confidence, saps your energy, and it's just not nice at all.
When I first met Craig and Joan, we did talk about a prognosis in terms of his particular diagnosis, his biopsies, his scans of around 6 months. Craig did much better than that. Not necessarily just because of the drugs he was taking through chemotherapy, no doubt because of his own personality and the fact he was such a fighter, and the support from Joan.
It's usually me and Joan who do the fundraising for other people, and we never thought we'd be in a position where someone would have to help us. But obviously we are now, and they're absolutely amazing. Darren and Kevin started the firm. But then all people that I've known for years, all fundraising for me, they're all amazing, every one of them, to raise awareness of pancreatic cancer. And that's what the aim is today.
He once turned up into hospital with a big roll of £20 notes saying he's just done a charity event and could we put this to good use. Obviously signposted in the right directions of the charity department in the hospital, and didn't just put it in my pocket. And he's been like that throughout, really, and that's a credit to him. He always wants to try and help others and also raise awareness of pancreatic cancer. It's something that a lot of people don't know about. It's not a popular or sexy cancer, but through Craig's kind of in-your-face attitude to trying to get out there and help people in his charity work, hopefully more and more people can know about it and people can get help quicker and hopefully diagnose quicker.
Me and Joan wanted to get married, but obviously with me coming out of work because I was ill, couldn't do it. And then we got in touch with a place called Gift of a Wedding, who do weddings for people who are terminally ill. They were absolutely fantastic. Organised everything from start to finish, and basically give us the best day of our life. After the wedding, we went round the back and set off 96 red balloons for Hillsborough. It was the last ever Hillsborough. We set off a balloon for a mother, and then basically went back to the hotel, went back to the Isle of Gladstone again, and Joan shaved her hair for charity. Raised nearly £1,800.
Joan was brilliant. The first time I met Joan, you could tell her and Craig had such a good love story, really, and she supported him through everything, physically, emotionally. She was at every appointment he attended. She'd always be on the phone asking questions, and the right questions as well. And obviously through what she's done since his diagnosis in terms of both of them with the charity events, Joan shaving her hair, and obviously the wedding, which was a great occasion for everyone involved.
On the wedding night, we told everyone we didn't want wedding presents, just to make a donation to one of our 3 charities. We raised nearly £4,000 altogether, which was good. After the wedding, my best man passed away. Basically 6 weeks after, he died of an aneurysm. He lasted just over a week. It was horrible. It was the worst day of my life. Gary was 1 in a million. He was just, we've been mates for years, and that's why I chose him as my best man. It just rocked me well, basically. I felt like giving up, to be honest. I felt like giving up, but it gave me a little bit more determination for seeing Lisa and the kids the way they were.
Craig's a fighter personified, really. He took everything on the chin and everything he was dealt with, and to deal with pancreatic cancer and the diagnosis at his age is a very difficult thing. To deal with the type of chemotherapy he was having is a very difficult thing. But he always tried to have a smile on his face. He's a credit to him, credit to his friends, credit to Joan, credit to his family.
The people who raise money for us are not very well off at all. They're just normal people who I've grew up with all my life. And they're just showing the support by just doing anything they can.
To have a patient undergoing chemotherapy like he was, having a diagnosis like Craig has, it's absolute testament to him to be doing the amount of charity work he's been doing, organising raffles, organising charity walks, organising everything. It seems to be social media's exploded with the Lions Trust and with what Craig and Joan have done. When I think of Craig, I just think of that big smile and that big cheeky grin, and I'll always think of him like that.
Always get checked out, even if it's nothing, even if it's diabetes, which they said it was with me. Just go and get yourself checked out. Any pains or anything like that, just seriously. But what we're trying to achieve is basically awareness of pancreatic cancer. People being not getting diagnosed too late, if you know what I mean. You know, they put me down as diabetes at first, and then they put me down as diverticulitis, and then they found out it was pancreatic cancer. Surely there's a test that can make it better, if you know what I mean. Make a diagnosis quicker. Because at the moment, once you find out you got pancreatic cancer, that's it. Don't give up. Always get a close-knit family unit, if you get what I mean, and support, because it's a hell of a disease and it's a hell of a ride. I'm really passionate about people being more aware and getting diagnosed sooner than what I was.
This word to you, be you read through and through or be you not, this is about me, this is about you. Right now I'm flying like a pass across the park, lighting the dark, outshining the cop. See, it's me, here, where the pain stops, cheering you, asking you, run with the ball, run with it, that's all. Here's a fact, here's a stat, 4% survive. 4% of the cop. 4% left alive. 4% of the cop survive. Say 480 left. A lot of silence there. Too much silence to bear. Too many red cells to lose. So choose. Make some noise. Share a voice that makes a word. Here's a word says win. Here's a word says can. Now, remember a man and not a percent. What he meant, what he showed, was here's a word says love goes hand in glove with action, with skin on skin, shaking hands now with a vow on the words, we can win. A lion of a man. Rhyme him with yes. Rhyme live with give. Love with a smile, and all the while rhyme him with full to the brim. Above all, rhyme him with can do, not can't, not don't, not won't. You won't do better than say, after all, I ran with the ball for a lion of a man. Rhyme with him.